Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining from in the world today. Welcome to Live with Leila. My name is Leila Singh and I'm a leadership, career and personal brand coach. And my mission is to impact 100,000 people's career trajectory beyond what they thought possible. Bear with me, I'm just checking that this is streaming okay onto the platform. Looks like it is. So, why do I have this mission? Because I am passionate about helping you to realize what is truly possible for you when it comes to your career and to your life. And how do I do this? Through enabling you to harness your leadership potential. I coach high achieving, ambitious, and driven mid to senior level career professionals, typically working in a technology industry for promotion, for peak performance, and a standout personal brand. In other words, their positioning. And all whilst showing up as the best version of yourself, what I call life leadership. So, before I kick off with today's topic, please do say hello in the comments and let me know where in the world you are joining me from. And if you are watching on replay, hashtag replay in the comments. And again, do let me know where you are joining from today, just so I can know that you can hear me and see me okay. Bear with me. Yep, that seems to be scrolling okay. All right, so today's topic, how building rapport can boost your career. So why am I looking at this? Because it's an incredibly important topic for you if you are someone who's looking to advance your career. In other words, how do you build rapport to help to develop your executive presence, to leave a memory with people so that they remember you, so they have you top of mind, and so they have that positive perception of you. Because here's the thing, whichever role you are in, you know that reaching the next level isn't just about your technical ability or about hitting targets. It's also about how you connect with people around you and how you show up in the room. And that's where rapport building comes into play. So I'll be breaking this down today into two parts. And first, we'll look at why building rapport is essential for enhancing your executive presence and accelerating your career growth. And then I will give you some practical strategies, in other words, the how, that you can start using immediately to help to build rapport even more effectively. So let's get started. What are the four areas that are impacted by having a strong rapport? Number one is enhanced executive presence and influence. So let's look at that. Building rapport isn't just about being friendly. It's not just about getting along well with others. It's about building trust and building respect. And when you invest in these relationships and build strong relationships, you're perceived as somebody who listens, who understands, and who values other people's perspectives. And this makes you more influential. So, in other words, with strong rapport, you're better positioned to influence decisions, to rally support around you for your initiatives, your ideas, and to lead more effectively. People will naturally listen to you and follow somebody when they feel that they're connected to you and they feel that trust. So, by strengthening your relationships, you're directly enhancing your executive presence. Shah, hello, great to have you here. The second point here is about accelerated career advancement, because when you're skilled at building rapport, opportunities often find their way to you. Why? Because you're viewed as an effective and an approachable leader, somebody who's capable of handling both the technical and the interpersonal aspect of leadership. In other words, this ability to connect and have others feel easier and secure around you will buy in to your ideas, to your projects, to your initiatives. You'll be able to effectively lead and influence your teams, as well as positioning yourself as a key player within the organization. And all of these factors, all of these attributes can lead to faster promotions, to more leadership opportunities, to have people having you top of mind for that decision making process. And so if you are somebody who is aiming for the next big step in your career, honing your rapport building skills is crucial. Number 3, let's talk about improved work-life balance, something everybody is striving towards. Having strong rapport with your colleagues doesn't just make the workplace a more pleasant environment, it also makes it more manageable. In other words, when you have a supportive network, you're not just part of a team, you're part of a wider community. And this sense of community can make it much easier to manage your workload. In other words, you can share the load when you're dealing with tough projects and navigate those daily challenges. And when you have trust existing amongst your colleagues, amongst your team, there's a natural give and take that supports a healthier work-life balance. And this is particularly valuable when you're working in a high-pressured environment. And finally, let's touch on greater job satisfaction and personal fulfillment. Is that something you are striving for or you're longing for when it comes to your career? At the end of the day, we all want to feel that our work matters and that we're making meaningful contributions and connections. So building rapport creates that positive work environment and it enables greater collaboration and mutual respect. And that then becomes your standard. And when you work in that environment that values connection, it makes it easier to enjoy your daily interactions, to feel supported, and to experience less stress because you have that support around you. And this isn't only to enhance your professional life, but it also leads to a more fulfilling personal experience. And in other words, it's not just achieving your career goals, but it also helps to create a workspace or work environment where you enjoy spending time, you enjoy working with and collaborating with people around you. So you might be thinking, well, what are the strategies for developing these rapport building skills? Because I've spoken to you now about why it is so important, the impact it can have both personally and professionally. So let's move on to some practical strategies that you can implement today and incorporate into your daily routines in the workplace to start seeing some real change coming through in how you connect with others. So the first is active listening. And this is more than just hearing what somebody says. This is about really engaging with somebody when they are speaking to you. So show that you're listening through acknowledging what they're saying, maintaining eye contact, nodding, and asking follow-up questions, maybe repeating back what you've heard to ensure you've understood it correctly. And this shows that the other person recognizes that you're valuing what they have to say, their input, and you're genuinely interested in what they're saying. Number 2 is finding common ground. And this can be through your shared interests, mutual goals, or even similar challenges that you're facing currently in the workplace. And it could be as simple as discussing a shared hobby, maybe it's the football, another sport, the Olympics, or professional interest, something you both have in common. So finding those common ground, finding common goals. And those commonalities will make your interactions more personal and less transactional, which enables you to build stronger connections with people. Number 3 is be authentic. In other words, don't try to be somebody you're not. And I see this so often. People put on a facade, a mask that it really isn't them. Think about the energy that you're investing in that when you can actually put a lot less energy into simply being authentic. Because why? Authenticity builds trust. So when people see that you are genuine in your interactions, they're more likely to trust you. And this means being honest, being open, and showing up as your true self. Number 4 is show empathy, something you will have heard spoken about a lot, particularly over the last few years since the pandemic. And understanding and acknowledging the feelings and perspectives of others goes a long way. This doesn't mean you need to agree with them or with everything they say, but showing that you care, showing that you recognize and understand other people's feelings, that helps to build strong emotional connections as well as rapport. And simple gestures like recognizing a colleague's hard work or a win that they've had, or perhaps offering some support when they're going through a tough time. All of these things show empathy or demonstrate empathy from your part. Number 5 is consistent follow-up. This isn't a one-off exercise. And this is something that comes up a lot with clients that I work with when they're in the job search market, because oftentimes they haven't considered the value of maintaining and building connections and maintaining that level of rapport. So now it becomes an exercise that is almost necessary in order to start making people aware that they're in the job market. So what I want to emphasize here is that this is about consistency. Like most things in life where we want to achieve success, consistency is key. So building rapport is not a one-off event. It's an ongoing process. Follow up with your colleagues regularly, with your teammates, even with people outside your direct team, your broader network, people in your industry. And this could be a quick check-in, maybe sharing some relevant information that might be useful for them, or simply showing an interest in their well-being, or going back to finding common ground. Maybe it's a sport and there's just been a game with their favorite team. You could just check in with them, drop them a little message, or something that's happening in your industry or in your workplace that you know somebody else will either empathize with or acknowledge or recognize, or that there's maybe an underlying sense of humor around something that's occurring out in let's say with your sports team at the moment. So think about things where you can hone that consistency through finding that common ground, that commonality. And this consistency with doing so, this reinforces that connection and keeps those relationships strong, maintains them over time. So there you have it. By understanding the importance of rapport building first and foremost, and then applying these really simple strategies, you can significantly impact and improve your executive presence. It also helps you to accelerate your career growth, to improve your work-life balance, as well as enjoy a much more fulfilling life. So I hope these insights and strategies have given you a clear roadmap for developing your rapport building skills. And if you have any questions, do please pop them below in the comments, whether you are watching live today or on replay, and I will come back and respond to you, and we can keep this conversation going. And remember, the key to standing out as a leader isn't just about what you do, but how you connect with the people around you. And this is why rapport is so essential. So keep building those relationships, and I will see you same time, same place next week. And before I head off, a few quick reminders for you. Remember to harness your potential, elevate your performance, and commit towards achieving greater personal growth by showing up as the best version of you. If you haven't already done so, then please do firstly subscribe to my personal brand playbook. So this is something I have put together in immense detail, which can really support you in advancing your career as well as securing your next promotion, your next role. What is the personal branding playbook? It comprises of my blueprint around inspiring leadership. And there are 6 core pillars that I believe are essential to helping you in advancing your career. So the playbook details each of these 6 pillars. In addition to that, it provides you with a brand audit, so you can identify where your gaps are in the areas that you want to focus on most. And in addition to that, there are many key actionable insights that you can take away, similar to today's session, where you can take them away and implement immediately within each of those 6 pillars. So if you haven't done so, do grab your copy of the playbook. And of course, now do head over to YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel, share it with your colleagues, other people who could benefit from the content that I share here on a weekly basis. But also you have access to my podcast interviews with incredible leaders from the tech industry who have generously shared their time, their career journeys, their insights, learning, challenges that they've overcome, and really showing us what it's possible when it comes to our careers. So do head over and subscribe to my channel. I will be much appreciated for that. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Take care until then.